Right, before I carry on, you just need to understand something about me. I'm nobody. I'm nothing. I have absolutely no influence whatsoever on any political party or vote. The rise and fall of the Reform Party, Nigel Farage, or anyone else does not depend on my opinions on my teeny channel. And yes, it is a teeny channel. It is quite literally impossible for my videos and what I say to split the vote. And you can criticise me all you like. I believe in free speech. My comment section is open for all. Unless, of course, you're inciting violence and murder, then it's anything goes. It really is. I'm not an influencer. I am not famous. I am just a former soldier with an opinion. Yes, I may have left the mob 20 years ago now. Blimey, 20 years. That part of my life will never, ever leave me. And if I do criticise Reform and Nigel Farage, then they deserve it. And I'm a guy who wants Reform to succeed. I'm excited there's a third party now, politically, in Parliament, making waves, asking the right questions, saying the right things, and on our side, kind of. Well, Rupert Lowe is anyway. I just want them to do better. That's it. I don't want them to fail. I don't want to kick them out of Parliament. I just want them to represent me as I think they should. And as someone who's served my country, I have a damn right to demand more and better from those who want to represent us. I'm no Maya Tusi, I'm no Paul Thorpe, I'm no Tommy Robinson. I am no Cal Benjamin, I am no Katie Hopkins. But it's astonishing that some of you in the comment section think that little old me can swing votes. I can't, I don't, I won't. And if you have a problem with that, as some of you obviously do, then that's your right as well. But please stop thinking I'm a big deal, because I'm not. And that's that. Anyway, back to Charlie Mullins. Now, yesterday's video, I had a bit of a hissy fit, didn't I? Because Charlie Mullins claimed that Nigel Farage had asked him to become a representative for Reform, become a candidate. And this rightly outraged people, because Charlie Mullins does not represent the core voters of Reform. He voted for Remain, and he revealed on GB News yesterday that if there was another Brexit vote, he'd still vote for Remain. So what the hell did he think he was doing, trying to run for Reform? And then there was his stance on the jab. Again, his tyrannical views on all that was just completely against core Reform voters' beliefs. And I should know, because I'm one of them. So that all happened. He said all that. And then last night, the chairman of Reform, Zia Yusuf, wrote this on X. He said, and I quote, "Genuinely hilarious that some random can just go on TV and claim they're going to be a candidate for a party and it's just accepted as fact. Even more hilarious that critics of said party use such drivel to launch attacks. We will just keep building." End quote. Now, the only so-called random that popped up on TV claiming he's going to be a candidate for the Reform is Charlie Mullins, but Zia Yusuf doesn't name him here. So what the hell's going on? Who's lying? Is it Charlie Mullins? Charlie Mullins said Nigel Farage asked him, and they're both big mates. So why would he drag down Nigel Farage into this row? Is it Nigel Farage who's lying? Or maybe they got their wires crossed and Nigel Farage was merely taking the piss. And why is Zia Yusuf being so cryptic here? I think it's obvious who he's talking about. He's talking about Charlie Mullins, isn't he? And this represents another problem within Reform. There's a communication problem somewhere. I think apart from Lee Anderson to a degree, and definitely Rupert Lowe, the main beliefs of Reform are pretty vague. Rupert Lowe is pretty clear and concise about what he wants to happen. But the rest of them, not so much. And how will Charlie Mullins react to seeing Zia Yusuf calling him a random? I'm sure his flamboyant personality is going to take offence to that, isn't it? And if this is all a big massive fib or a trick or whatever, and Charlie Mullins does actually apply to be a Reform candidate, does that mean Reform will reject him? I hope so. And so Zia Yusuf has a choice here. He can ask Nigel Farage if it's true, and if it is, then they're kind of stuck with him, aren't they? And he'll have to delete this tweet. And secondly, if Charlie Mullins is lying about being a candidate for Reform and Nigel Farage asked him, then surely they'll have to take legal action of some sort. because him saying what he did has surely cost Reform a few votes with the criticism. Because like I said in my video yesterday, and yes, I meant it, the Reform Party and some of their MPs are on thin ice with voters, they really are. But above all, they need to be honest with the voters about Charlie Mullins. Is he on board or not? If so, why? And they've got a lot of explaining to do. Don't you agree? And there we go. Thanks for watching. I'm Paz49. Remember to subscribe if you want. And if you don't, then move along. There's nothing for you here. And I'll see you at the next one. Roger Trout.